Today, you are going to learn how to stop starving and never have an empty icebox again. By the end of this video, you will be getting food even from trees. First of all, for this to work, you need to pick a character you are comfortable with and learn their favorite food, because this will help you be able to get more bang for your buck. All characters will gain an additional 15 hunger from their favorite food, so make sure you learn them. You can check out this playlist of shorts I've made to learn more about every character. Your second tip is to pick everything. Every single carrot and berry is useful to you to keep you alive. A lot of tutorials out there will tell you to leave those for winter, but if you are having trouble starving, chances are you are far from making it through winter. So more than likely, you will not remember the 2 carrots you left in the middle of a killer bee field on day 2. So use everything in the world to your advantage, because nothing in this world is useful to you if you're dead. Also, make sure you keep your hunger full, so as you pick up more food, the stack freshens up. The only exception to this would be juicy berries. Due to how fast they spoil, you will end up with a pile of rot in your hands. Your third tip is to find food items that are non-relocatable. For example, cacti and tall bird nest. These 2 items will always provide food year-round, day or night, so always take them into account. Depending on your playstyle and the world you get, you might want to prioritize basing near these in your next game. Next, you want to learn how to use a crockpot and learn simple recipes that require basic ingredients that are easily accessible in the early game. For example, meatballs will provide you a whopping 62.5 hunger, and all it takes is 1 meat and 3 filler, usually berries or ice. But hey, remember those trees I mentioned earlier? Well, cutting down birch nut trees will get you birch nuts that you can cook at a fireplace and put in a crockpot with 2 berries and 1 twig to create trail mix. Trail mix will give you not only 12.5 hunger, but will heal you for 30 health, which is great for how simple it is to make. Once you memorize these, you can move up to more complex recipes like pierogi and honey ham, which will give you the best of both hunger and health. Pierogi will take 1 egg, 1 meat, 1 vegetable, and 1 filler. This meal will rack you up 40 health, 30 hunger, and 5 sanity, making it great boss fighting food. Honey ham will give you 30 health, 75 hunger, and 5 sanity, and will take big meat and honey. Its only downside being the 40-second cook time, making it hard to make a lot of it in a short amount of time. The 5th tip is to remember mushrooms. So many times have I seen people just walk by mushrooms in the early game, leaving dozens of red caps unpicked. Now, these on their own will deal 20 damage, but we don't want them for that. Red caps are great filler and count as vegetables along with green and blue caps. Caves also have mushroom biomes of every single color and lichen in the muddy biome. All of these count as vegetables in a crockpot recipe and are fairly easy to obtain. You can get 1 cap from picking, 1 cap from cutting down a mush tree, and 2 caps from digging up with a shovel. This means that in one day you can easily gather anywhere from 20 to 40 plus mushrooms from a single biome. All mushrooms are great for crockpot recipes, but blue ones can be eaten raw for 20 health and 12.5 hunger at the cost of 15 sanity. However, you can negate this by eating a cooked green cap that will give you 15 sanity at the cost of 1 health. Also, don't forget bird cages. These simple structures can provide you with one of the best and most important ingredients in the game, used to make pierogi, bacon and eggs, and many more recipes. Not only this, but having a bird cage will allow you to extend the life of meat items, since feeding a bird any kind of meat at any stage of spoiling will grant you a brand new egg, so don't put off making one for too long. Finally, the 7th and final tip is to separate old and new food in the icebox. Having separate piles of monster meat, for example, will allow you to have a new food last you an entire lifespan instead of cutting it in half when you combine it with an old stack. Of course, sometimes you will want to combine stacks to prevent food you don't plan on eating soon from spoiling, but don't do it if the food still has half of its lifespan left. This will help you stay organized and better manage your food to hopefully keep you from starving. Like this video if you learned something, and subscribe for more content. Also, comment any tips you have to help a fellow starver.